You alright, Bill?
Alright. Not bad.
So revisited today. So this is where we did the lead trays. And we've solved that problem. But you're still getting water coming into the house, not through the windows, but from here. So
Interesting to see.
yeah, we're wondering whether when this extension was built that they actually put a proper lead tray in through there, because weather's hitting this is somehow getting onto the ceiling inside. So we're going to cut at least 2 bricks out. Maybe if we might try and leave that end one so we don't disturb the rendering, and maybe we'll cut them 2 out and see if we can.
So if there's no tray there, we're going to have to go all the way through eventually, aren't we?
Eventually, I reckon, yeah, Bill. But that's for later on. If we can try and get a bit of lead in there today, and then hopefully protect that corner. So I don't know if it's going to be possible, but if we can leave that in but cut the joint out and slide the tray in, otherwise we're going to lose that corner, aren't we? Potentially. But if we got those 2 out first,
yeah,
and then we might see, we'll be able to see in there. Yeah? I'll go and get a sheet from the van.
Cover down roof.
So we solved that problem. Our lead trays are working fine. We've had a lot of rain since we did it, and it's got no water in through there now. So they're doing the job. But it's just in that corner, there's a cupboard inside, and he's getting a wet ceiling. So we're going to have an investigation.
Don't waste your time on me.
Have a sing-song, Bill.
Sun's out.
I know.
Everything's better when the sun's out.
Everything's better when the sun's out. Don't look like that's ever been chopped out.
They're going to cut the joint through, aren't they?
Yeah, they've just cut that flashing in there. So it looks like whoever built this pulled a bit of a fast one. No tray. What do you reckon of that then, Bill?
Yeah.
It's a bit rascalish, isn't it, to say the least?
That'll have to be cut through there, I reckon, on that render, won't it? So it doesn't disturb the render too much.
Have a look.
Later on.
It'd probably be better to cut a little square out, wouldn't it? Rather than lose a big chunk of it. So I think that rendering, so it's not getting any water coming through, it's only on this corner. So the rendering is saving it. There should be a tray right across there from one side to the other. Yeah. So it's just a flashing and no tray.
There's your problem.
No tray.
Spread on down.
What do you reckon about that then, Bill?
Yeah, chancy. Bit chancy.
So right, we'll just sort of peel that back best we can. We'll have to try and cut that bed joint out and slide a piece of lead in under there if we can, so we don't disturb the rendering.
Just form that section here.
Yeah. I'll get the tape and measure it, and I'll start doing it.
A bit concerned about it.
I know. It looks a bit black over Will's taters, as they say on the Isle of Wight. God, look at that sky. I mean, the flashing's alright, but lack of tray equals wet ceiling.
Yeah, tray needed, definitely.
Right, I'll get the tape and I'll measure up and I'll start folding the tray up.
Whoosh.
Whoosh. Okay, so we've got a very small tray to make this time, just 730mm long, to try and insert into that corner, ready for when potentially we do the big tray right across the building, which we'd need to then join that corner together. So the object of this is to just try and stop that rain getting inside customers' cupboard ceiling. So I'm just going to bash this lead out again. And of course I left the lead dresser at home, so I've got to improvise and adapt and overcome with my block of wood. And I'm wearing the gloves because lead on your skin gets in your bloodstream and poisons you. So I'm going to 730. So the block of wood does the job, but I much prefer to have my lead dresser. So suspicions were correct. No tray. There's no tray in this section. And looking through there to the corner, you can see there's no tray there. Should be a tray going right the way around the corner, right the way across that building. Yeah, so brand new extension. It's only a couple of years old, and somehow it got signed off with no tray. So we're going to do this small section today, and potentially we will have to cut that rendering and go right across the building. What do you reckon of that then, Bill?
It's all so we can do.
There sure is. Well, it's a good job. Otherwise, there wouldn't be any need for such splendid builders as us, would there?
Oh, you're right, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, right. I'll go and finish off that tray. What did I do with the tape? I wanted to get a measurement for that. Was it 9mm? Was it 9mm? Was it 9mm?
Cavities there then.
Yeah. The cavity is 80 or 90 actually. The cavity, a little bit big there.
Using your light.
Yeah, don't worry. So I'll make that
It's my big shoulders.
220. Oh, you beast. 220. Right, I'm going to go and finish off that lead tray.
Shadow people.
It was a bit tricky, but I got a bit of lead in there. Hopefully that'll do the job. So I've got it as close to the corner as I could, so if we end up doing it right through there, the length of the building, then I can join that corner up with the one we put through there. So we'll have to cut that rendering right across that building there and insert something similar to this in, and then make a corner piece in there. So for the time being, hopefully that will stop the water, the weather getting in down onto this ceiling here, which is what's been occurring right now. So what I've got to do now is get that all dressed in there and put the flashing back on, which will take care of that. So it will look like that again, but it will have the correct tray in there. So tray's in and the flashing's back in. I just need to get some sealant around there and on this corner and get a few little roll pieces of lead in there, and then chuck the bricks back in, and then fingers crossed it won't leak again. So I need a bit of muck now. So getting the bricks back in now. Just gonna bash that little bit of lead in there. Stiffen my tray up a bit, and hopefully that should solve the problem. We'll have to get some across that corner like I said later. So I'll get these two bricks back in. Getting a little bit moody over there again. Hopefully it'll stay over there and not come near me. Right, one more brick to go, then I can point up. It's a get over from somebody else's bodge up, so hopefully, and I don't see why not, that should solve the problem. So no more weather to get in inside the house. Hopefully transferred out through the wheat pile I've left there, and no more wet ceiling. So job done. See you on the next one.